History in 60. The Ghost Army. Imagine being sent to the front lines of World War II. Not with real tanks, not with overwhelming firepower, but with inflatable rubber decoys, giant speakers, and one impossible mission. Convince Hitler's army that thousands of soldiers were waiting for them, when almost none were. This is History in 60. By 1944, the Allies faced a deadly problem. Every river crossing, every advance into Europe risked running straight into German defenses. So they came up with an idea that sounded completely insane. Instead of sending more soldiers, they would send an illusion. A secret unit of just over 1,000 men was assembled, but they weren't chosen because they were expert fighters. Many were artists, architects, engineers, set designers, sound technicians, even fashion designers and advertising professionals. Their job wasn't to win battles. It was to stage the greatest performance of the war. They inflated life-sized Sherman tanks that looked real from the air. They built fake artillery, fake camps, fake headquarters. Then, they blasted recordings of moving convoys and armored divisions through enormous speakers that could be heard for miles. Radio operators transmitted fake military traffic, carefully copying the communication styles of real army units so German intelligence would believe entire divisions had arrived. Some soldiers even drove around nearby villages wearing the insignias of famous Allied units, casually discussing tomorrow's attack, within earshot of anyone who might be listening. It was theater, performed just miles from enemy lines. If the Germans discovered the truth, these men wouldn't have stood a chance. They were lightly armed, vastly outnumbered, and often positioned where a real army should have been. But again and again, the deception worked. German commanders shifted troops, delayed attacks, redirected artillery, and prepared to fight armies that simply didn't exist. Historians estimate the Ghost Army helped save thousands of Allied lives by drawing enemy attention away from the real advances. Then, almost as quietly as it had appeared, it disappeared. The entire operation remained classified for decades. Many of the men returned home unable to tell their families what they'd actually done during the war. Some went on to become famous artists, designers, and creators. Others never received recognition during their lifetimes. They had spent the war pretending to be someone else, and history almost forgot them. Sometimes victory doesn't belong to the biggest army. Sometimes it belongs to the best story. Sometimes history isn't changed by the strongest people. It's changed by the ones nobody notices. History isn't just about the past. It's about how we got here. This was History in 60.